is to do what you believe is great work. And that's exactly the spirit our embodies. The true leaders who have turned vision into reality and continue to inspire many.
Absolutely, Tansi. Good morning, respected faculty members, distinguished guests, and dear friends. On behalf of the organizing committee, it gives us immense pleasure to welcome you all to this enlightening session.
To formally set the stage, I now request Naina Kadre to introduce our esteemed guest, Ms. Jeelan M. Good morning, everyone. It is a great honor and privilege to welcome our distinguished guest for today's session, Ms. Jeelan Nagla, founder and CEO of Empara, the creative PR agency, the first PR and creative agency in North Karnataka. With a passion for communication and storytelling, Ms. Jeelan has redefined how brands connect with people through strategic public relations, media relations, reputation management, personal branding, and creative campaigns. Her vision and leadership have made Empara a trusted name in the field of communication and branding. Her accomplishments go far beyond business. She has proudly represented India as a youth diplomat at the Youth Diplomacy Forum in Dubai and as a woman entrepreneur in Singapore, collaborating with delegates from over 40 countries. These international experiences reflect her dedication and creating a global impact while proudly representing North Karnataka. Her inspiring journey reminds us that with vision, creativity, and determination, we can turn ideas into influence and dreams into reality. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big round of applause as we warmly welcome our esteemed guest, Ms. Jeelan Nagla. Thank you, Nana, for that wonderful introduction. It is truly our privilege to have such an inspiring personality with us today. I now request Erika to introduce our esteemed guest, Ms. Aishwarya Rai Bagi.
Good morning, everyone. It is my privilege to welcome our esteemed guest for today, Ms. Aishwarya Rai Bagi, a proud alumni of our institution and a dynamic entrepreneur. Ms. Aishwarya is a business graduate and a co-founder of Marketing Bots, a leading digital marketing company that has successfully worked with over 50 clients across the globe, helping businesses grow into impactful brands. During her college years, she set an inspiring example with winning 36 individual awards and contributing to 40 plus team championships at national level management tests. She also demonstrated exceptional leadership by serving as a director and public relations officer of Rotaract District 3170 at KACDA and an interactive vice president at Rotary High School. Beyond academics and entrepreneurship, Aishwarya is a state level singer and a taluka level chess player, reflecting her well-rounded personality today through Marketing Bots. She continues to transform businesses with innovative marketing strategies while staying proudly connected to her roots in Hubballi and contributing to the growth of our nation. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to our alumni and entrepreneur, Ms. Aishwarya Rai Bagi, as she shares her entrepreneurial journey and valuable insight with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Erika, for such a warm and generous introduction. We are truly honored to be joined by someone whose accomplishments speak so powerfully. I now request Professor Smita to kindly come forward to give a healthy token of gratitude to our esteemed guests.
Thank you, Professor Smita. With this, we now move to the most awaited part of the event, the interactive interview session.
Yes, the moment we have all been waiting for. I invite Megha Nikam and Abhishek Gombi, portfolio managers of EDIC and IIC Forum, to come forward and lead this engaging conversation with our esteemed guests.
Good afternoon, everyone. A very warm welcome to both our esteemed guests. Ma'am, thank you for being with us today. We are delighted to have this opportunity to interact with you and learn from your inspiring journey. Without further delay, let's begin. Ma'am, my first question is for both of you. What was the one most defining moment or a challenge during your college or early career that encouraged you to choose entrepreneurship over a traditional job?
So before answering, I would like to know about the audience. How many of you here are from business background? Like your dad or mom owns a company, or maybe even you want to start a company. Please raise the hand above. Okay, great. So the challenging thing during my college days was I used to only participate in fairs or organize in the committee as a committee member, but never used to go for the sponsorship. I think there's something called fundraising committee, right? FRC. So I used to never participate in that or go ask for sponsorship out there. But when I did, trust me, I built so many good connects out there. There was of course rejection, like they used to tell no, will not invest in your college event. But then there was S also. So even if there was a no, back then I built a connection and still I'm being connected with those founders or people. So I would say you need to participate in each event. But for me, the challenging one was when I challenged myself to join as a FRC committee member. Though I didn't have any experience, nor connects. So I did it, and from there maybe it was a challenging part.
Before I answer, I want you to do one thing. All of you may have a very vague dream, maybe not direction at this point, but I'm sure that there is something in your mind going on, ki, this is what I want to become, mujhe ye banna hai, this is my dream. Even if it's vague, have that thought, and with this thought in your mind, listen and take back home a few insights. I'll tell you will connect to your dream after this session. Because I'm not here, we're not here to tell you any textbook knowledge, anything. It's purely out of all the experience that we have gone through in our lives in past few years, in college, after college. Tell me if you're with me, yes. I want a high yes. It's a Saturday, it's your day, it's a weekend, so your energy has to be very high. That's good. So one defining challenge was very little thing for me. As an entrepreneur now I realize that all these small things, that being on time, being disciplined, being nicely dressed, communicating well, being clear, all of these little small things as habits that build up to discipline, right? I thought these are formal rules of college which are okay. Like coming to 8:30, coming college to, as a, this was some very, very difficult thing for me. Ki subah utho, aao, I don't want to do this. But I realized that as a founder, as an entrepreneur, if I'm not doing this, none of my employees are going to do that. I always felt these are all very formal rules that we're supposed to follow. But as and when time passed, I thought that these are things that are, helping you build as a habit for your future, right? Now you see, अरे सुबह उठना है, कॉलेज जाना है, आईडी कार्ड पहनना है. I'll give you a very prime example for this. After my graduation here, I moved to Bombay for masters in PR. And India has only 3 colleges which has PR courses, and you have to go through a lot of examinations and interviews to get through the college. I got into one, and I thought it's Bombay, it's going to be nice, it's going to be fancy and stuff. I'll tell you, I was at the first day because I didn't wear formals. It was that important. And then I realized that we were made to wear formals, and I never valued that habit, you know. So what you are building here are these small habits which are going to eventually help you as a person. If you want to be an entrepreneur, I mean, irrespective of that, as a person, everyone values you if you are valuing small habits of your life. If you're tying, you're nicely dressed, you're speaking well, you have a good aura to give. It all builds through this whole journey of your college life, and do not neglect that. I did that as a mistake. It was a challenge for me, but do not take that as a very leeway thing. That's all what I want to say.
Professionalism is something that I think is and ma'am,
One second, sorry. I'm so happy because the last time we came to college, both of us, and these are the people who we roasted. You know, they were in freshers. I'm sure you remember our faces because we roasted them very badly. Very, very badly.
this is something that I also wanted to understand. They had their genesis few days back. So the people that are sitting over here, they were in our final judges when we were in our final for the genesis for our freshers. So that is something.
And I'm so proud to see you guys sitting here right now and taking this session. Really. I think you should give a round of applause for them. It's a journey.
Now this question is for both of you now. If you had an option of starting both of your career from zero, with no money, with no skills, and with no knowledge that you have as of now, with no experience, what is the first 3 steps or first 3 things that you would do in order to start or build back the career that you have right now?
That's a really good question. So if I had nothing, I want to restart with no connections, no money, and
Probably the skills to
nothing, the no resource, everything. I would start with content creation because I belong from the same industry of digital marketing era. So even if you are in college days, right, start it. It doesn't require any money, resource, connections, anything. But don't start it for the sake of starting it. You need to have that intent, that purpose in you. So even if you are at here, you can reach out to any corner of the world and influence people with whatever knowledge, with whatever skill sets you have. So I would say content creation is what I would be starting. But nevertheless, I'm into the content creation now, and I enjoy it. I stay consistently, and I love it. Thank you.
Even back then, I had no choice other than starting with no money, no knowledge, and no skills. So I started it that way. Anyway, that's an experience. What I'd like to tell you is your entrepreneurial journey or your future or whatever your career is going to be, it is going to vary for each one of you, okay? None of you would have the same mindset. Even if a group of 12 people of these are going to become entrepreneurs, not all the 12 people have same mindset, right? Everyone will have a very different direction to take. What I want to tell you is, when you're starting something, it may be without money, without skills, without anybody to mentor you, that's okay, that's still okay. What you need to have is spark and a belief for the passion that you have. It is very easy to get diverted from your dream because and especially there is so much social media, digital overload, that when you see something happening in somebody else's life, you are like literally in a second, your emotional intelligence is taken back, your quotient is taken back, your belief of something is taken back because you see somebody doing greatly. I'll tell you something, anything and everything that you see on social media is not the truth. Tell me if you post any shabby pictures on social media. Yes or no? Yes or no? You do? Do you post shabby pictures or do you select the nicest ones?
right? Everything you see on social media is the nicest thing. Nobody is posting the other side of life. So do not. Your journey is yours. Nobody can demotivate you. Nobody. And the comparison that you make yourself with anybody else out there is absolutely, non-conventional, irrational. It is the first thing that you need to eradicate of your life, that somebody else out there is doing good, somebody else out there is looking good, somebody else out there has reached heights who is of your same age. I'm sorry, your story, your background may be very different from that other person. So that's the first thing. Believe in your dreams, have passion, and even if it gets difficult, do not let that passion go away. That's it. That's all I want to say. I don't want to tell you ki ye karo, wo karo. Do what you feel right. Maybe in some time, if you have the belief and passion, I'm sure of this thing that I'm telling you. I'm assuring this thing to you that universe gives you direction if you believe in your passion. If you are on the path, universe keeps giving you directions. Even if you don't know where to go. At this point, you don't even know what to do. But if you know that that's the goal, and you're starting to work for it, it will work out somehow. As long as you have to believe and you're working for it. You cannot keep telling, I want to become this, I want to become that, and manifest something and sit down with no action. You have to take actions. That's it.
My next question is to you, Jinal ma'am. Ma'am, you have established North Karnataka's first PR and creative agency. What gave you the confidence to believe that this region was ready for such a big initiative?
The confidence that nobody else is a PR professional out there in this region. Simple as that. And of course, when I started it was very difficult. People around me told me, Hubli hai, ye naya hai, people don't know what is PR. Still people don't know what is PR. My clients are not from Hubli, not even one single client is from Hubli. I only work pan-India and global. People are still trying to accept and understand what is PR, and we are still educating them. The fact that every single person around me put in a fear inside me that this is not going to work out, it's very new, people will not accept it. Of course, they will not, because that's not even my target audience, first of all. But if that's not the target audience, why should I restrict myself from not working out of here? I want to be known as somebody who started from Hubli, from a smaller place where people don't even know what's PR. And today people know me for that. In fact, exactly a week back, last Saturday, I was in a room of only 200 founders in a networking event with Raj Shamani. And exactly that is why this was called out. That I started PR from a place where people don't even get. Today, I think 6-7 years later, basics of digital marketing have been set as a standard. But people don't know what is PR, and people here will not even understand, because it's, first of all, it is shit expensive, and then it is also something beyond a brand knowledge. So we are still educating people here out there as to understanding what is PR, and I'm sure we'll come there. In a forward conversation, I will tell you guys what's PR.
This question is for you actually. You have worked with clients that are there in India and across the globe also. So what is that one difference that you find, be it behavior wise, customer behavior wise, or be it the kind that they want from the things that they want to do? What is that difference between Indian clients and international clients?
So his question is, what is the difference for me catering Indian clients and international clients? Indians are everywhere actually. The international clients which I get are also Indians. So it's not that difficult, but I would say one core difference you need to take in mind is that Indian clients are like, हाँ चलिए मैडम आपको 1 महीना चाहिए, 2 महीना चाहिए, ठीक है आप टाइम ले लो, बस हमें रिजल्ट दिखा दो. बट वही इंटरनेशनल क्लाइंट्स कैसे है, आपका सिस्टम क्या है, आपका प्रोसेस क्या है, आप कैसे करोगे ये? तो दे क्वेश्चन यू व्हाट, हाउ, व्हेन, एवरीथिंग. So the WH question is asked and they want a proper thing. If I'm telling you 15 days में आपको result आ जाएगा, 15 या 30 days में, so I need to show that to them. So they are very price centric and I can say very deliverable centric. So this is the one core structural thing, and yeah, this is the main important. You should know what value delivery you are doing. Until and unless you are not confident in yourself in your company, then you won't deliver what exactly you are going to do. So you need to be straight away. कि मैं क्या करने वाली हूँ, at last क्या चाहिए बिजनेस को धंधा. आप वो ऑफलाइन से लाओ, ऑनलाइन से लाओ, बस लाओ. तो आप वो कैसे करोगे वही उनको बताना है. तो दिस इज वेरी स्ट्रेट डिफरेंस आई कैन सी.
So the next question is for both of you, ma'am. Apart from academics, what are the most important lesson or experience students should gain in their 3 years of BBA and prepare for the What are the important lessons students should learn in their 3 years of BBA apart from academics to prepare them for the real world?
I have missed most amount of classes in the 3 years of my graduation. Doesn't mean you will do that, please. नहीं तो सर मारेंगे मुझे, ये कैसा मोटिवेशन देके आ गई तुम. I've been very inconsistent student, but that doesn't mean I never visited college. I've been a very pure student of sir. I'll tell you. Even today, sir checks in with me once in a month, saying, "Jinal, आप कैसे हो? क्या कर रहे हो?" And it's a very mutual respect, right? And we've all had enough memories that we took back from college. Although I was very inconsistent student, academics are not bad, very average student, but I was very actively participating. I was very actively interacting, communication, making connections. See, you never know in this whole journey what eventually is going to work for you. So it's not only academics, right? Every other skill that takes you. For example, if you're getting an opportunity to host an event, that's a very, very good way of increasing your confidence and your communication skill. If you have been given the whole responsibility of organizing an event, it's a very big responsibility because then you learn every small thing. How to get across all the people to organize an event. It is a very huge responsibility, right? By now, I'm sure you know this. All the small things, active participation, this one little skill. If you are okay to participate, for example, there's a fest or there is something happening in your college, and your willingness to participate or not eventually also decides on the skill. How nicely you will communicate and build connections as an entrepreneur, because that's the willingness that comes from small habits that you build, right? In the beginning, I told you that these small habits are eventually going to decide how you behave in a certain manner, eventually in your future little things. And these little things are important. So, irrespective, you may be not interested in some sort of a thing, but at least take interest. You may not participate, but take interest to know how it works, how it is done. Just take initiatives that I want to do this or for something that you're good at. Everyone is not good at everything, but I'm sure everyone has one expertise, right? So just don't be a laid back person कि यार मेरे बाप का तो धंधा है, मेरे को चलेगा. No, it will still not work. Even if it's your father's business and you have to take it forward, especially for all the boys out there, the generation in which you're going to take forward your father's business is going to be very different. So you also have to learn the skills of this generation to take that business forward. Those methods that our fathers used will not work. So you still have to be very relevant to this age. And so take initiatives, talk to people out there. It's not just your friends. Interact with your seniors, your super seniors. It's a lot to take back home. Right? So yeah, that's
To the ones who are very busy at their phones, I need your attention here. Especially the first benches. So, what challenges, like what apart from the academics, what is that core thing you got in your extracurricular is that question. So I remember I was the same fresher as you guys in my first sem. And I was being asked by the Elite Forum managers to give an interview for some management fest. And I was very much hesitating because it's my first few months of my college and I was that I can crack it, but I wasn't knowing how will I do it. It's my first fest. So I still remember the interviewer was Smita ma'am, Rajshri ma'am, everybody, and my few super seniors. So I didn't know anything about Management Fest. I just went for that interview for business quiz round because it's an easy to choose. And I gave my interview, and among all those 3 years students, I got selected for the first Management Fest, which was going to be in Belgaum. I was a very fresher. I didn't expect that I'm going to get selected. So that was my first thing, and after that first kickstart of my college fest, I didn't leave one single fest after that. I started participating in every fest, whatever, even if in college or outside Karnataka also. So take that first initiative. Academics is there for sure. See, I have a good memory because I was state ranker back then. तो आई यूज्ड टू स्टडी लास्ट मोमेंट में और मैं हमेशा एक सेम में भी नहीं मतलब हमेशा 90% अबाउट थी 2 दिन पहले मैं पढ़ लेती इतना भी हार्ड नहीं है आपका सिलेबस कि आपको यू नीड टू स्टार्ट इट फ्रॉम द स्क्रैच ऐसा नहीं है तो वॉट एवर knowledge I used to gain from management fest and everything the same thing I used to write in my exam paper trust me nothing can teach you what experience can not even books. So start taking that initiative, start participating. मैं तो डायरेक्ट छलांग मार दिया था मैनेजमेंट फेस्ट के लिए अब वो छोड़ो आप वॉलंटियर करो की तरह या जो द कैमरा मैन है स्टार्ट वॉलंटियरिंग लाइक इनिशियल डेज क्योंकि ये आपका पहला स्टार्ट है तो स्टार्ट डूइंग इट एंड डेफिनेटली यू विल रीच सम हाइट.
Talking about management fest, we know how much experience you have regarding that. I remember before joining this college, I saw one of your reels wherein you were showcasing all the awards that you have won.
Right.
That pushed me to join this college. So my next question is related to that. How did Management Fest and how did that experience get you into starting your own business, or how did that experience get into realities and help you to doing your business?
See, while I was participating in my management fest, along with the students, मैं जजेस के साथ भी कनेक्ट हो जाती थी मैं उनका सब जजिंग राउंड होने के बाद आई शुड टेक देयर नंबर सर आप क्या करते हो मतलब मुझे क्यूरियोसिटी थी कि आप जज कैसे बने मतलब आपने कहीं ना कहीं तो स्टार्ट किया होगा पर आप इस मुकाम तक कैसे पहुंचे तो आई वाज वेरी क्यूरियस टू फाइंड द स्टोरीज फ्रॉम पीपल तो इवन आई गो टू गोवा बेलगाम फॉर एनी मैनेजमेंट फेस्ट आई शुड ऑलवेज कनेक्ट विद दोस जजेस द ऑर्गेनाइजर्स even the directors, principals of that college, and I still have this connection in my phone till date. So from there, I started exploring what's this entrepreneurial journey and what is that, how do you feel being in a job. So I started comparing और मैं day one से बहुत clear थी कि मुझे I want to give job, I don't want to seek job, I want to give job to people. And I mean, change lives of people along with me. So that was my main agenda. So while participating in fest and everything, that grew very, very confidently as I started participating. So again, the same thing comes ki if you're a businessman or a businesswoman, you have your dad business or you want to start your business or even you want to do job, there's no harm. You can do anything, whatever you want. But specifically if you're from business, स्टार्ट कनेक्टिंग गाइस क्योंकि कनेक्शन ही है जो आपको मतलब बहुत दूर तक लेके जा सकता है तो स्टार्ट कनेक्टिंग से खूब ज़्यादा पीपल से नहीं आप महाराष्ट्र ढूंढिए तमिलनाडु ढूंढिए कहीं पे भी जाइए एंड आपको कॉलेज इतना अच्छा प्लेटफॉर्म दे रहा है कि यू नीड टू गो एंड पार्टिसिपेट टू मैनेजमेंट फेस्ट नेशनल लेवल मैनेजमेंट फेस्ट आर बीन ऑर्गेनाइज आई होप यू गाइस आर वेरी आई मीन यू आर एक्सपीरियंस क्वाइट इनफ सो यू कैन ट्रेन योर juniors so start participating is what I tell. Yeah, I hope this answers your question, right?
So ma'am, what are the 3 top skills students should develop before graduating from the college? For both of you.
Again, I'd like to say back to basics. Be open to learning. You cannot have a restrictive mindset कि मुझे ये पता है, मुझे ये आता है. This is how I have been taught. No. I'll tell you, the moment you step out of this college, the world is a big, big, big ocean, and you'll find yourself nowhere. You'll start feeling inferior about yourselves of how much little you know of. So be open to learning. And this, why do you think colleges have fests and other activities apart from academics? मतलब college is there to study and go, no? Books की पढ़ाई करो जाओ. Why do you think there is a need of having cultural activities or fests or any other activities for that sake? It is because apart from all the book knowledge and the syllabus knowledge that you're getting, you're supposed to develop a hardcore skill that you only learn from experiences. And that only comes when you are taking initiatives to participate. See, college is doing their part of the job. But if you are not actively participating, उनका कुछ भी loss नहीं है. You are not learning anything out of it. Simple as that. You will not take back anything home. At the end of 3 years, first day when you enter the college and the end of 3 years, when you are stepping out of this college, you should become a very different personality. Whether or not you are a 90% student, 80%, 70% doesn't matter. But the movement you are stepping out of this college, you should be able to tell yourself, oh, I was very underconfident person. I feel very confident. I'm not scared to talk to anybody. I can communicate well. At least one skill you build. And how is that going to come? Do you think books is going to give you that knowledge? Absolutely not. It is just going to come from various other activities that you're going to do. Like I said, interact. You know, most of my friends are almost double of my age. And they are my really, really good friends. And I feel so good about it. I nowhere shy away from telling that. Because there's a very different beauty in being in a circle who have more experience than you, who have seen life very differently than you. That doesn't mean I have friends of my age, of course I do. But I also have people who are across ages, literally. And I don't think even today, I have an employee who is 3 years younger to me, and I have so many things to learn from her every single day. So there is no age bar restriction to learning. But be open to learning things. That's all I'm going to say. Be open to accepting this is something new. I think I should know. At least have the curiosity. You may not excel at everything. You may not excel at anything, maybe. You may not have the direction. But someday, of what you have seen here, heard here, or experienced here, is making you think, oh, why I did this way? Why has college taught me? Maybe once you're out there in the job, you will understand why certain discipline was made. यहाँ पे ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा अटेंडेंस कटेगा तुम्हारा अगर लेट हो. In job, if you go late, पैसा कटेगा. So learn it right now. I'm telling you the truth. This is the harsh truth. यहाँ पे ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा पैसा जॉब में कटेगा, यहाँ पे अटेंडेंस कटेगा, चलेगा. But पैसा कटेगा तो नहीं चलेगा. Because that's the whole end motivation to work, right? So learn all of these. This is a very small example. I can give you millions of this. You just have to just be there, be present in everything that's happening in your college. That's it. At least be observant of what's happening, even if you cannot participate or you have at most unwillingness to participate.
So the 3 skills, which is very important, I feel is basic, very basic skill. Can you guess, anybody? Very good, very good. Communication is very basic. If you communicate in Kannada, Hindi, or even in your regional language, or even in English, any one language you need to master it. Or after one language you master, then maybe you can jump for another language. But सब एक साथ करने जाओगे ना तो कुछ नहीं होगा. So basic thing is communication. Next I would say problem solving. If I tell you right now, the white girl, to stand up and tell about yourself for 20 minutes, can you say that? 20 minutes? Probably no. Okay, so this is what, even if you are thrown into the challenges, you need to start it and take it as an optimism. You need to be ready for anything and any problem, and you should solve it. So that one skill, I would say, problem solving skill. And the third, together these two skills can make you a leader. I mean, there are other skills also, but you told me to give it in 3 only. So no. So I would say you can develop leadership qualities through both of them. I don't believe that Anyways, you can hear me? Last questions? You can hear me, right? Okay, so I was telling you leadership. Hello? Yes. So leadership develops you with those two skills. So start practicing the small basic communication skill and eventually you will master everything. Maybe you can start taking this as my all questions will be connected again. Start taking that role, start taking initiative in everything. So then eventually you will be, it's not a hard rule. And one more I want to take from Jinal, she told it very right, that सब मुझे ही पता है, मैं ही बड़ी हूँ, मैं ही शानी हूँ, नहीं, ये नहीं चलेगा. किसी भी फील्ड में आप जाओ, ये नहीं चलेगा. You need to be very humble. I know I'm very small, I'm very younger at your age, maybe probably 4 years बड़ी हूँ, इतना ही. But still I would say that I would listen to your part. Maybe you have better ideas. Maybe you have a better game, or maybe you have different strategy. So that you need to adopt that skill. You need to leave your ego behavior and you have to understand everybody's point of view. That is also a thing. I would say these 3 skills.
Ma'am, my next question is for both of you. College is a place where you learn and earn. So if people and the students wants to start with their freelancing journey in the college itself, because you both come from that particular industry and both of you have that experience, what is that suggestion or what is that thing that you want to say to them to start their freelancing journey in college itself?
First of all, if you want to start your freelancing journey right at this age from your college only, have really good connections. It is not going to come out of you being an introvert at all. Very first thing. Again, that connects to you being open to communication and you also being open to learning. You may have a group of friends, right? Somebody may have a business, somebody's mom is doing something nice, somebody's a baker. Just start off with, chal yaar, I'll make posts for you, I'll make a video for you, start off like that. Start showcasing your work. That's how you're going to get it. I'm telling you, as an entrepreneur, I took 8 months to bring in my first client. 8 months. Do you know how long is that, right? It sounds very scary to even tell this. And I know with how much pain I'm telling this. 8 months is because I was very sure of what kind of clients I want. Secondly, I was sure कि मुझे client मिलेगा. I was also sure कि मैं struggle करूँगी. Even if it is, अगर उसे 12 महीना भी लगता, तो भी मैं वो client लाके मुझे पता था. But what was consistent here was I didn't stop trying. I didn't stop struggling. I didn't stop my efforts कि अगर ऐसे नहीं हो रहा है तो ऐसे करेंगे. If you have not seen anyone, okay, an example, I am new, I am nowhere in the market, people don't know about me. How do you think a client will trust me to give their work to me, or like just tell me कि handle करो यार तुम हमारा भी यार, किस basis पे वो करेंगे? Because I don't have footprint anywhere, कुछ भी नहीं है, I am new. okay, anybody who wants to answer this, if you are in place of my client and I'm new to you, I am new to the market, you have not heard of my name at all, but I am approaching you कि हम तुम्हारा PR कर सकते हैं. Okay, remember the fact that I have no footprint at all. What would be the things that you would observe to give me your PR? What would be those things? Yeah.
First of all, I would like to see your work. That means that I want you to
Hello.
First of all, if I want my work to be done by you, the first thing that I would see is that how you are good at your work, and that is the first thing that I am looking for. And the proof. I mean, if I am giving my if I want my video to be edited by you, first of all I want to see the proof how you are good at editing. That is the thing.
He said, I want to see the proof. अब तुम एक freelancer हो in the college, okay? You want to see, right now you may not earn, but you want to collect proof when you are at the end of 3 years कि college खत्म हो, you can sit down and thank you so much, appreciate that you answered it. At the end of 3 years, when you're going out, now you're preparing yourself कि मुझे struggle ना करना पड़े, I have enough data and proof to catch clients, okay? So now, even at this point, if you're not earning, you're just starting to make posts and reels and content and whatever you're good at for your friends for free. Eventually, that is turning into a business. That's how you make connections, that's how you build clients. I have worked for clients without money on a range where I have just let go of lakhs of money. It's because I wanted to build a name. Okay. How many of you are very much aware of the meme going on? Money follows, my brother. That money follows. Work. Take that effort. Reach out to the person. Somebody's mom must be baking. Somebody here must be baking. Today, I तेरा social media account में handle करती हूँ. That's the proof. And someday it's going to pay for you. At this point, you don't need to earn money, it's fine, right? Your parents are looking after you. But you're building your name. You're building the proof you want to show out at the end of 3 years. It's very simple. You don't need to have an Einstein skill to do this. All you need to have is the willingness to do stuff. If you are very good at communicating, at the same time you are hesitant to do something, you will never step out. The very first thing of becoming something or becoming successful in your career or achieving your dream is literally moving out of your comfort zone. And if you are not willing to do that, then I'm sorry, you are never going to reach your goal. Your comfort zone is the first thing you're going to step out from. I think I'm taking too long to answer. Yeah, that's it.
So, there are 3 options, okay, how you can do your freelancing or you can earn from your current situation. First is, I'll tell you how I did it. First is, as I told already, I used to participate in various management fests, and there's a rule in the college that if you win that fest, everything, all amount, whatever you have spent and everything will be reimbursed. Okay, so yahi will say, I started participating in multiple management fests and most of the time used to win, my team used to win, and then हमको पैसा आ जाता था. Even the cash prize also, sometimes we used to get 10,000, 5,000. तो हम लोग उससे earn करते थे. महीने में 2-3 फेस्ट तो अटेंड कर लिया, आ गया आपका खर्चा, जो भी आपने स्पेंड किया वो वापस आ जाता था. Plus the cash prize what other college used to give, that is also in your pocket. So this is the first way. Second way, during my college days, there's a thing you need to do your internship in your last year, in your final years. But I used to do internship in my second year only. I used to never hamper the college academics and anything. I used to do apart from that. I used to do it in a finance company and a marketing company in UP. From there I used to earn little bit. So, through through internship I used to do. Or a best option is you can do freelancing. There are many freelancers into the market. Specifically, if you ask my industry, we want to hire freelancers of video editors, graphic designers. So if you don't find anywhere, you can come to me. I am ready to give you internship opportunities. So this is the third thing. So you have n number of ways where you can earn by attending the college. I'm not telling don't skip because this is the first. Otherwise, principal sir will tell me, what are you telling Aishwarya? So don't skip your college. Yeah, sir is behind. He's seen you all. So, while attending your classes, after your college, you can do this too. And there's always another opportunity, work from home, work from everywhere. So even you have those opportunities. Back then we didn't have these facilities. So, I mean, you can start with these initially. I hope that makes sense.
My next question is to you, Jinal ma'am. Having represented India on an international platform as a young diplomat and a women entrepreneur, what were your biggest learnings from those experiences?
That's a lot to say. The very first thing, I felt proud to represent my country out there on a very big platform with 40 other countries of representatives who are under 30. At the same time, I also felt that what I know of the world is very little, and there is so much for me to gain knowledge of. When I interacted with people, when I came across people with very different genres of life, and the kind of perspectives and mindsets they have and there's so much to learn from them, right? So again, like to my last answer, be open to learning. It can never be like मुझे सब आता है, मुझे सब पता है. No. I felt like, okay, ironically this is so controversial, okay? I was so proud to represent India. Oh, मुझे बहुत अच्छा लग रहा था. I had the pride inside me. But the moment I was there, when I saw people of my age having done so much more, having so much more knowledge about world than me, it had something inside me left as an inferiority, right? So of course I felt bad about it, but I've taken it as a learning. There's so much for me to learn and take back, and I took the best of the opportunity to interact around with global leaders and to know more about what you can do for your country and how differently you can think of the same things that you have perspective for, because the world out there is very big. Like I told you, in college you will be very protected. Everyone, so I know that sir has made all the measures of taking care of you without anything happening to you in any case. You're very protected here. But the moment you step out of here, the world is very big. And you will, at every small step of life, you will feel like, oh, I don't know this. Oh, I am not this. Oh, why didn't I take the opportunity right there in college to learn this? You're going to feel all of this, and this is the truth. I'm not scaring you. I'm just preparing you that you're at the start of your journey. You have 3 full years to take away every possible thing that you can take from college. And second thing, when I was representing my country, I also know that people across the globe have immense respect for our country and our Prime Minister. I'm so proud to say that. Literally. It just had me in tears to see the kind of, view they have for our Prime Minister, and it just makes me proud that we come from a country like that who is culturally built so much. And I also said it was back in 2023 when I was in Dubai. I also told that in the next 5 years, India will be the 3rd largest economy, and we are today. We are. On that platform, I told this, that we will be, and I don't want anybody telling that India is still a developing nation, and I'm so proud today, right? So maybe one of you here can, maybe, actually not one, so many of you can be a part of that initiative to represent India. But if you step out of your comfort zone and be open to learning, be willing to take effort, just consume everything that this college is trying to give you. It's all going to come. Like I said right in the beginning, that small habits that you build now are going to some way shape you into a very beautiful person. What is the end goal? What is your end future going to be? Is very far. But as a person, it's going to shape you into a very, beautiful human being. Simple as that.
Thank you. This question is for you, Aishwarya. You have started your company in the digital marketing sector, and everybody right here are saying that AI is going to take the jobs, AI is going to do this, that, and even in our college, they are integrating AI in the learning process for the students. So, what is your suggestion, or what is your views, opinions on AI getting involved in the digital marketing sector, or how the digital marketing is going to be in the future with the integration of AI?
See, people say AI is going to take everything over. But that's not true, like what we humans are doing there, right? So, how we can, rather than this question, we can say how we can adapt to the changing world. You need to hop on the trends. Specifically in my industry, you need to hop on the trends and you should be aware what's the current market is throwing at you. So AI is one thing. You need to always upskill your staff people, your employees, and even myself every now and then. So one skill that can make you or take you to the long run is that adaptability. So you need to be aware of what's the trend going and how you can give inputs to your trend, everything. And I remember back in my there was a community gathering a week back, and I texted the same to the principal sir. I met Mr. and Ms. Joshi, the founders of MM Joshi, and they were telling me कि हम लोग कनाडा से आए हैं, हमको क्यों हुबली में एस्टैब्लिश करना था, मतलब हमारा ऐसा प्लान नहीं था, but we wanted to come back and do something to our roots, and they were telling कि I asked them कि how AI is doing in the hospital industry and medicine industry. So he told कि adaptability, the same thing he told कि adaptability, बहुत सारे हॉस्पिटल्स हैं, बहुत सारे ऐसे डॉक्टर्स हैं जो मतलब वही सेम रूटीन करते जा रहे हैं, but they never adapt to the machine. They don't develop the staff, they don't develop their machines and everything. So he told me, I'm bringing the biggest technology from overall, from Canada, from Swiss, from everywhere, and integrating it to the North Karnataka, my clinics. So I learned that something from him. You can adapt, you can take the ideas from different countries, different states, and you need to come back to your roots. You need to take the best of it and make the best use of it and yourself. So I feel adaptability to the AI changing trends, and even you as a student, he told me that even sir was telling me there's lots of AI, Claude being used and everything, and students are doing really great. So put your hands, contribute to the college growth also by adapting for AI trends and everything. So I would say you should take initiative, and then you can become the best in this industry, I think.
Are there any tools that you can suggest to the students for tools, AI tools?
Yeah, definitely. So Claude is what you guys are already using. So master in Claude. It takes time, but start it eventually. Even I started a year back. I'm still in process of learning Claude, how to code, everything. And I think Claude is the one thing, or maybe you can go for, if you want specific in video editing or say audio enhancing, maybe you can master 11 Labs or other tools. So yeah. And prompt giving is a very crucial thing. You don't have to pay thousands of rupees course. Everything you can learn in YouTube. That's how even I learned how to give a prompt and how to enhance your prompt. So if you want to give anything to ChatGPT, start a basic prompt, like learn it from YouTube, and then try it on in ChatGPT, and then maybe you can go and jump to Claude.
This question is for both of you, ma'am. As Zinal ma'am rightly mentioned in the starting about content creation, and we've also seen your content that you post on Instagram, which is about business case studies and stuff. So, what is your suggestion to the students who wants to start their journey into the content creation industry? Both of you.
Originality. Empara has stuck with one rule that none of my employees are allowed to copy a trend, use a trending song. I'm telling you, content creation is so saturated. 1 year down the lane, it's going to be even more saturated. Unless you're doing something of your own, using your own brains, it's not going to work out. Then you're going to be another person who is making content in 10 million other people. Literally that. And that is why we are also known, because we do not believe in copying the trend. Why are you a content creator? What is on? I think this whole idea of content creation itself has lost its meaning. It was supposed to be created, not copied. People are doing the same thing what everyone else out there on Instagram is doing. It's just that another account. Simple as that. Just put in brains. You may put one content, 1 week, it's fine, start off with that. But just think of what makes you different from every other person. Because I'm sure that every person has one skill and expertise that your next person wouldn't have. Literally, that's true. But you're going to survive in this industry only and only because, like I said, 1 year down the lane, this is going to be saturated. This is going to be nowhere. It's already saturated. Literally. All my clients keep coming and telling me that we do not want to do influencer marketing at all. Because influencers are paid to talk good about products and that's it. There is nothing good happening out there. Nobody is using their brains. Nobody is creating content. So one simple rule is originality. Let it be yours. You start a trend, let people copy you. Put your brains out there. It may take so much time, I'm telling you. It may not be as quick as that. It will take time for you to get hold on to things, of how do you think of a nice thing. And that's exactly why you need to be involved in these activities. Because the moment you come out of your shell is only when you know what's happening around the world. What another person is thinking, what is happening actually. तुम्हें आइडियाज कहाँ से मिलेंगे पता है 4 लोगों से मिलोगे कुछ ऑर्गेनाइज करोगे कुछ एक्टिविटीज में इन्वॉल्व होगे एंड दैट्स एग्जैक्टली व्हाई कॉलेज इज डूइंग दिस ऑल दिस एक्टिविटीज अपार्ट फ्रॉम योर करिकुलम when you have conversations those conversations turn into ideas most times we have a rule in our company that every morning from 10:30 to 11:30 we have a team catch up where we are actually not discussing the tasks of the day at all. What we are doing is we discuss what everyone saw new today. And then we brainstorm as to now what we can do. What's a new idea that we can, give up and live up to clients' expectations. This is a new thing we did. And I'm so proud to say this, that we have clients and even today they tell us that we are known for our originality and our ideas. You go to our page, you go to our website, you go to our Instagram, everywhere you'll see content which is not copied. The kind of PR ideas that we give have no other PR agencies in India have done. And I may not be on the 10th list of the top 10 PR agencies of India. And I'm so proud to say this. And I'm sure the way is very long to get there, but we will stick to this one thing. That originality is our thing. We will never divert. And I'll also tell you one thing, which will help you somewhere in life, irrespective of whatever you're doing. You are into your job or career. Okay, we have time, or I'm taking a lot of your time. That's okay, right? I feel like I'm speaking a lot, so. Every person has one thing that's called non-traded value. I call it as a non-traded value. कि कुछ भी हो जाए मैं ये वैल्यू या ये मेरा एथिक किसी चीज़ के लिए नहीं बेचूंगी या नहीं बेचूंगा. I'll tell you something. A very, very big brand came to us and maybe somebody's dream brand and they were literally open to offering us whatever amount I would ask them as a retainer for a monthly basis, literally. But they were in a segment that I am against. I don't want to name it, but they were in a category or genre that I do not work for. So no matter what, I will not trade that value for money. Keep that one thing in life. तुम पढ़ाई में आगे पीछे रह जाओगे, average score होगा, सब चलेगा. But as a person, you're supposed to have one value. कि for example, if it's me, okay, let's take sir's example. Principal sir, when we were new, principal sir, okay, there was a certain condition जिसकी वजह से sir को बहुत strict होना पड़ा था college में. So he came into those conditions and trust me, he had a very big responsibility to change the name of the college and bring back that whole legacy of college. And of course, he's still doing a really great job for that. And I really want all of us to applaud for him. And I'm telling you, so the first 6 months of the college, we had another principal and then sir came in. But before sir coming in, the rules were very different. Like we used to be open to wearing anything, no uniform, nothing at all. But when sir came in, there were certain restrictions he put कि college uniform तो होगा ही. College gates 8:30 को बंद हो जाएंगे. 8:31 पे भी कोई आता है तो उसको बाहर खड़ा रखा जाएगा. भले बाद में उसे अंदर छोड़ेंगे, but then he or she would be made to realize that person is late. ID cards are compulsory. You will not be cashiers was allowed only once a day. I think even अभी आज वही rules है. No torn jeans, certain restrictions. And तब ऐसा लगता था क्या सर आ गए, बहुत स्ट्रिक्ट है, फटी जीन्स से क्या होता है ये वो. But I'll tell you, he stick on to those rules and today KLE is called one of the most reputed institutions and CBA. I can mention this. I have known this. I have been out there. I have been networking, and I have heard. And I'm so proud कि लोग मेरे को जानते हैं कि KLE CBSE. You know, the kind of feeling that you get, it's because college has built that kind of legacy and has not traded that value for anybody. Because sir comes from a mindset कि भाई rules होते हैं. No matter what, किस generation के बच्चे आ जाए. मेरा कॉलेज है, I am responsible to bring back this legacy and he has not traded that value for anything. चलता क्योंकि बाकी कॉलेजेस भी चल रहे हैं casuals में without uniforms. They're still running and this will also run. But then today, because of the rules that he set, the boundaries that he set for everyone across, we are known for this. That's exactly you are supposed to earn, guys. You are supposed to be known for that one thing. कि I know if somebody is talking about me and I'm not in that room, and if somebody is talking about me, they should be talking for that one value. कि मुझे पता है कि जीना ये नहीं करेगी यार, उसका नाम मत डालो. वो नहीं बोलेगी यार झूठ, वो ऐसे clients नहीं देगी यार. That one value that you earn should be stuck onto your life until the end of your life, and do not trade that value for anything or anybody. That's it.
About the future of content creation and what is your opinion on that? The future of content creation and what is your opinion on that?
Yes. So, guys, even if you don't want to get into content creation, that's fine. But try to get into this industry somehow. Like maybe a video editor, a graphic designer, a social media manager, or anything else. I'm not telling you need to have your face as the brand image. No. If you're not fine, if you don't want to be the face of your brand, it's fine. So people make it as a compulsion that you need to start your content creation अगर तुमको करोड़पति बनना है, ये बनना है, नहीं. क्योंकि I'll take another industry. रियल एस्टेट में क्या होता है कि जो सेल करता है या जो लेता है कोई ज़्यादा नहीं कमाता, सबसे ज़्यादा कमाता है ब्रोकरी, राइट? ब्रोकरी सबसे ज़्यादा कमाता है. तो वही चीज़ है इंडस्ट्री में कि आप कैसे चाहिए आप सेल्स एग्जीक्यूटिव बन जाओ, मतलब मेरी कंपनी के लिए आप क्लाइंट्स लेके आ जाओ, इससे भी आप बहुत ज़्यादा कमा सकते हो. तो समथिंग लाइक दैट इन एंड अराउंड द कंटेंट क्रिएशन यू कैन डू इट एंड इट्स नॉट अ कंपल्शन. क्योंकि अगर आप खुद को फोर्स करोगे ना तो यू कैन बी यू फॉर श्योर. यू कैन बी यू ओनली इफ यू हैव दैट ज़ील यू कैन डू इट, अदरवाइज यू कैन.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing such a valuable insights with us today. So let's move to the fun and interactive session, which is informal session. What is one daily habit you simply cannot live without? Both of you. Fun, yeah, it's fine, ma'am.
I don't know if this is fun or what, mine is meditation every day.
I think the best time when I generate the best ideas when I'm alone and I walk a lot is where my brain starts working a lot. So that's a habit that I've cultivated, and that's something I cannot. It's not negotiable.
The next question is, what is your favorite part of your current job? What is the favorite part of your current job?
To meet new people. I love people's stories and find out what interests them. So finding new people is my forte now.
Running an agency itself is my favorite part.
What do you do in your free time? Enjoy doing in your free time?
Probably solving employee issues.
I travel, and in my free time, I would like to take my company people also to travel. Recently, we did a traveling, and we did a out get together in a outstation. That's my favorite.
The next question is, if you had to invite 4 people for a dinner night and be dead or alive, who would that 4 people be and what conversation would you have with them? If you had to invite 4 people for a dinner night and be dead or alive and you had to have a conversation, dinner night, 4 people, dead or alive, who would that 4 people be, dead or alive? Who would that 4 people be and what conversation would you have with them?
Raj Shamani for sure. Narendra Modi ji for sure. Karishma Mehta from Hamilton of Bombay is also an inspiration, and I have all of these people sit with me along with my dad who is no more.
So mine is different answer. How many want to grow your dad's business? इन 4 को मैं डिनर पे बुलाऊंगी और बात करूंगी.
Which company or CEO inspires you the most and why?
I think I'm taking inspiration each day because I know that this is not the boundary. Every day we have to take a step forward. So every day I take inspiration कि भाई इससे आगे जाना. Simple. Because I have a team who I have to look after and I'm responsible to bring the standards up to their expectation. Enhancing.
So for me, it will be myself.
Okay. This question is for both of you. Do you have any regrets in life? And if so,
A lot.
if
There
so,
will
then
be everyday regrets. I'm telling you, if no mistakes, no guilt, no regrets haunt you at the end of the day, you are definitely doing something wrong. Genuinely. Because regrets होने के बाद ही चीजें सही होती है, अच्छी होती है. If you don't think कि regrets ही नहीं है, कोई mistakes ही नहीं है life में, then you're doing something wrong at the end of the day. Simple.
probably what is that one regret, especially from your college days, that you want to share?
Only after stepping out of college, I realized everything that college was trying to give me was all the tiny habits that I was struggling to build as a founder. अगर पहले सीख जाती था struggle भी करना पड़ता और वो बॉम्बे में the first day of my college इतनी बेइज्जती नहीं होती फिर मेरी.
My first from college life, I'll tell you. I think for you guys, Utkarsh has been done. It's done, right? So I missed one day of Utkarsh, that was day 2, which was of Ramni Venkat sir. And I missed it. I still regret कि मैं क्यों मतलब मैंने क्यों attend नहीं किया वो day, because he is like, you guys are attended Ramni Venkat sir session. I did. So that is one regret from my college, and rest is.
Ma'am, what is your nickname and home or at your company?
At home they call me Aishu because it's a universal name, Aishwarya, so Aishu is a nickname. And in my office they call me Lady Boss, Ma'am, Aishwarya Ma'am. So these are things they call me.
At home they call me Janu, and at workplace I have this name Jethalal. It's because उनको लगता है कि रोज मेरी लाइफ में प्रॉब्लम्स आ रही है and I'm dealing with something or else. Like it very much often it happens कि we have a scheduled call and I'll be there texting on the group, guys, I have something to attend, I cannot do this right now. They're like, ma'am, पता चल गया, Jethalal life. I also love Jalebi Phakra, by the way, and I'm also Gujarati, so.
That answers the question. What is your favorite childhood memory? Childhood or college, you can say. Memory, yes.
I remember attending an award function with my family. My aunt, my chachi is an ISRO scientist, and so that time attending that award function and inspiring to be such women, and even my mom has contributed over decades to government. So seeing them achieving at that heights during my childhood days, that turned me, that was a turning point, I would say. That award function is the biggest memory I have.
I don't think I have a specific favorite memory per se. I think it's like all my memories have a very stagnant kind of feeling. I don't have a favorite memory per se. So.
Thank you, ma'am, for both of you for making this session really engaging and insightful.
Okay, now we'd like to open the floor for the audience. If you have any questions in your mind related to what ma'am has said or anything, you can come and ask.
So guys, I have an offer for you. One who has the best question to us has something for you after the session.
Also, in the beginning, I told you guys, right, that you need to have something in your mind which is your dream, your goal, something that you dreamt of. So tell me, what did you take at the end of it which connects to your dream? Anybody? If there's nobody asking me or telling me anything, I'm just take it कि किसी ने सुनाई नहीं. It's fine. See, this is how you get out of your comfort zone, guys. Nobody is judging you. Nobody is having an opinion about you. It's fine.
Hello. I don't have any questions. Basically, I do sing and I do reels on Instagram. After you said that we have to have some originality in our reel, I felt that that is the only missing thing in my content. So I got it now. I will work on it. Thank you for it. Thank you so much.
I'm glad. Hello.
I want a one take or one guidance from
Guys, somebody is speaking. Can we have some silence, please? We cannot hear her.
Ma'am, I want to say that in my family, my grandfather was the first person who started the business, and few years back he got a loss due to some reason. He got a loss in a business, and apart from that, I have seen lots of business in my family due to my grandfather, and I want to become a first woman to become a entrepreneur. My father also gave me the guidance. So can you give me the guidance on how I can rebuild that business and in a new business in a form of new way?
You know the fact that in a room of so many people you stood up and said that my grandfather was the first person to start the family business and your father is taking forward and you want to be the first entrepreneur, that itself is telling me that you will be one of a kind person to lead that business, and all the best. The courage that you have to stand up and say in a room of so many people that you want to be the first entrepreneur in your family, female entrepreneur in your family to take over the business is tremendous. Okay, that itself is showing me that you will do something. Okay. One advice is that now you're in college, so this dream might be very nice, but going forward as you age, this is going to become difficult because people around you are going to make it difficult. Do not ever give this dream up for anybody who's giving you an undefined opinion. Nobody ever change. Be strong, stand for the belief, like I said. Be stand for the belief and everything.
Nobody helps you. And I have seen from that how many difficulties face how many difficulties. My father also gave me so much suggestions that if you want to become this,
And do not expect that something to happen. Be with no expectation that only your there's nobody else's way. Nobody will hold your hand. Genuinely, it's only you and you only that is holding.
I am the first one of them, like my father is a PhD. You do one thing, the other one is law.
No, we are deciding. You take forward that journey and see what is the need, what is your life, what is your lifestyle. But one thing is, it is do not see it for the fact that you
Or my father is PhD.
but nobody, here nobody else is your way. Nobody else is your unnecessary opinions and that just to make it try, just to make it try, just to make it that's
Guys, maintain silence.
Anybody else with the question?
That's what I said. For me, develop that to start something in the college. And how I did it was, I got to that interview. Hello. So repeat your question so the audience can also hear.
You said about some skill sets like communication and public.
I told about communication skills, problem solving, and then it develops to a leadership skill.
So how do I develop those skills properly?
For me, if you ask in college, I told you right, in my first semester, and probably it was been a month, and we were offered for a management fest, and there I took the initiative, like let's participate, like let's do it, and that one management fest clicked me. And whichever fest came, I was the one raising my hand because I already knew how you have already adapted to those situations, so you can again join it. So that's one thing. Maybe for you, it might be joining an FRC committee, maybe you joining or participating in a management fest, or maybe you can be a talk show head, people like this, or maybe any volunteers. So find what interests you in college, what role can make you at the next level, do that.
Another question for both of you. Let's say, for me personally, I still don't have a goal for what I want to do. So how do I find what interest I have? I don't have a specific interest per se. Still, how do I find out what I want to do?
First of all, it's okay to not have a goal right now. It's fine. There's nothing to feel scared about. Secondly, the reason we're telling you why you should be actively participating in things is because when you do things, you will know this is what you like, this is where you are expert at, this is what is your inclination towards. When you do not do it, how will you know what is your liking, what is your expertise, or what you're good at? When you start doing things, when you start coming out of your comfort zone, when you start participating and take in these initiatives of things, is when you know, oh, this is what I like. You may be great at organizing an event, but you will not know until you actually start doing it, right? When you experience a certain thing. So simple as that. And I'm telling you, you don't keep this question in your head, कि मेरा goal क्या है? वो goal रखो मत दिमाग में. Just go through the journey and grow through the journey, because this journey is going to only at the end of the day. At the end of 3 years, you will be the one telling me, I know what I want to do. It's because you would have by yourself experienced that this is what I want to be in life. You would have known this at the end of 3 years. If you are willingly okay to communicate, to involve yourself, take initiation, communicate is very important. And be willing to learn it. Simple. Adding to her,
You yourself participated in this workshop and you found us. The same way if you go on for management class, maybe you can find your next co-founder or your employer or even anybody. Might be your soulmate also, you don't know. So start, I mean, that is what you need to initiate.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Jeevan ma'am, Aishwarya ma'am. I'm really happy and proud to see you both. At a young age, you both were able to achieve something in your life, and both of you are doing something which is very inspiring at a young age. Ma'am, my question is, how did you have this confidence to start? Didn't you feel messy around, confused, scared, come out of the comfort zone? Didn't you feel that fear inside you? What if I fail, lose, or if that thing which I'm working on doesn't work out for me? Something like that.
to your first thing that you said, can you turn around and say thank you to sir for us being here?
Thank you, sir.
Secondly, that's the only way out. Shit scared, messy, fear, failure. It's the only way out to become an entrepreneur or become anything. That's a non-negotiable part of your journey. Even today, I'm scared of failure. Even today, I'm scared. Even today, I think a lot more before taking one step, a decision. Even today, there are sleepless nights. Okay, there's never going to be day. There is no parameter to successful. There is no parameter to anything. The parameter is only for yourself. This society has built it for yourself. Ki successful idhar hoge to idhar hi hoga. No, it's your journey. It's yours, and it is going to be like this. No matter even if you're starting to take over your dad's business or doing your job, none of this is going to be easy. It is going to come with a lot of failures, a lot of baggage, a lot of fear, and a lot of mistrust of your own decisions. All that is important is, like I've been saying from the first ever thing that we started to talk about, is stay stuck to your belief and your dream. As long as you're there, directions will just come. Things will make way for itself because you're still stuck there. The moment you deviate and say, okay, it's difficult and nahi hoga, then somebody else will take the chance, because the idea that is coming to your mind may have come to another person, but it's just that the difference between you and that person would be you have executed and is just still sitting in the room and thinking कि मुझे करना चाहिए कि नहीं. Failure तो होगा यार, उसकी वजह से तुम नहीं ट्राई कर सकते, ऐसा नहीं होगा. How many of you know Raj Shamani or are a big fan of him? I think okay, only a few people. Right now, I mean, we just interacted with him, and right now he is Asia's first, podcaster. And in 18 months from now, he is going to be global #1 podcaster. And he told me that, I mean, he told us that figuring out is the 4th podcast after 3 failures. Can you imagine what it must have gotten to him to start a 4th podcast after 3 failures and then coming this far to becoming 18 months away from becoming the first global, podcast of the world. That's it. That's all you need to know. It's very difficult, but it's also as simple as the fact that you need to be stuck by your dream. Do not ever fear कि failures होंगे. This is a part of your journey which is non-negotiable. None of us can take it away.
Ma'am, what about the confusion and if you don't have anyone to mentor you whether you're doing right or wrong?
Go to principal, sir. He mentored me. Go to principal, sir. Seriously. I remember my first day while I was taking the admission. I won't take long. Please stop the gossip and hear me out. I'm really happy and proud that he mentored me. I was in the goal that I want to become a bank manager when I took the admission here. So he told me, you are such a capable that you can become an IRS officer, Indian Revenue Service officer. With my capability, he told me that. So that time, if he couldn't tell me what am I capable, I am capable of handling all the things, I wouldn't have chosen the entrepreneurship thing. So always find a mentor. If you don't find a mentor, go to the principal, sir. That's it.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes.
सब लोग पीछे बोल रहे क्या यार ये सवाल पूछ रहे हैं हमको जाना है.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Like I had a question. If in future, if I had to recruit employees like what you do now, so what are the life qualities I can build in myself?
Sorry, can you come again?
If in future, if I had to recruit new candidates, so what are the life qualities that I can build in myself so that they get attracted?
Depends for which job role you are doing, right?
Life qualities.
Life qualities.
Life qualities. What do you mean by life qualities? He has to be a happy person or somebody who is a sportsman. Is this the life quality?
Like something creative.
Okay. And then you.
So first thing what an employer sees is your loyalty. Loyalty towards work, loyalty towards your commitment. So if you are loyal enough to your work, you will stay till long. That is the first quality you need to have. You shouldn't hop the job every time. Because if you are hopping the job, then in your resume marks it कि ये candidate मतलब अभी दूसरी jobs में ऐसे किया है तो मेरी job में भी ये करने वाला है. So that trust factor you need to have that, and that is a life quality I believe, loyalty.
Thank you, ma'am.
So, I'm still confused. Were you asking about recruiting somebody or you being recruited for somebody?
Recruiting someone.
So, I have a very different view about this. I'll take 2 minutes, guys. I have never, until today, I've never seen anybody's resume to hire them. I've had conversations for first 5 minutes. And in the first 5 minutes, if I feel that this person aligns to all the standards of what Empara means to me, that's it, he is hired. Because I feel कि हमेशा skills एक sheet of paper से नहीं आती. And again, this all goes back to what you will learn here. You may have the best of degrees in your paper, in your resume, but that person may be literally dumb to do the smallest thing. So develop skills, and this is all going to come with all the activities, collectively all activities together that you will do in college. And trust me, I never see resumes. The first 5 minutes of the conversations help me decide whether this person is going to be part of my team or not, and exactly this is what I've been following. I don't know whether this is the right way or not, but for me, this is what I follow. This is what has worked for me. So it's also, if you have a lot of passion for work and for example you're the founder, there is an intuitional thing that you will develop over your journey of entrepreneurship, and you will know whether this person is for you or not. And it's very simple. I cannot explain this to you. When you will reach there, you will know this. What is that feeling? कि ये बंदा करेगा यार, मेरे को पता है. Even if that resume will not have what I want as a designation, but कभी-कभी ना लोग तुम्हारे पास आके सीख के they become the best. I'm telling you, I have touch wood. I have a family. I don't even call them employees. I have a family who can literally give their life for me. That's the kind of culture we have, and if they also respect the fact that they never came on the basis of what designations they have at Empire, for sure.
Thank you, ma'am.
We'll take one last question as we are short of time.
I just have one question.
Good afternoon, ma'am. So happy to see you both succeed in your life. My question is that what was that one turning point for you both to succeed in your entire life?
I haven't still succeeded.
No, I mean still.
There is no turning point. Turning point आना बाकी है. मैं तो ढूंढ रही हूँ अभी turning point क्या है.
No, like in your initial days, like what was that one turning point that made your made your company go so far?
I think there's no turning point. The fact that, okay, I might not just put it across as a turning point, but I just put it as a simple sentence that this journey, if you want to do something, if you want to achieve something, if you want to be successful, और वो success का measure कोई और नहीं कर सकता तुम्हारे लिए, first of all. If you want to be there, you are only responsible for the journey. You cannot expect anybody to hold your hand, not even your parents. If you fail, it's your responsibility. If you succeed, of course, be grateful for everybody who stood by you, but it's still your journey. It's your struggle that has taken you so far. So, just listen to everything around, take everyone's opinions, and decide for yourself what is your end goal. Simple as that.
For me, there were 3 turning points. One, I already told you guys that award function of my family members. That was my one. Second, was my family women have always raised the bar. So I had that healthy competition in me that I need to raise the bar too, so that the upcoming generation also can raise the bar by seeing us. So that is my second turning point. Third is definitely joining KVCC.
And one more thing, what is the one piece of advice that you would give for everyone over here?
Initiate, take initiate guys. डरो मत, कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. हुआ तो भी क्या होगा? आप फेल हो जाओगे, थोड़े लोग हंसेंगे, बाद में आप खुद हंसो उनके ऊपर. Initiate लेके. Take the initiative.
Hi guys, first of all I would like to introduce myself. My name is Rohit, and my only question is, what was your purpose behind all what you have done? And because what I believe is, knowing your why is the most important thing for a person. And what was your purpose for what you have done?
Such a good question. Anything that you do has to have a purpose. And I feel your purpose should have an emotional reasoning. That is how, see, पैसा सबको कमाना है, सक्सेसफुल सबको होना है, सबको फोर्ब्स में दिखना है, all of this is there. But ये तो बहुत कॉमन गोल है सबका, कॉमन पर्पस है. But एक पर्पस तुम्हारा होना चाहिए. And for me, that emotional purpose is that it is a very personal thing. But okay, because you asked and I want to put it out on the record. I'm saying this. I've not put it out anywhere before. I lost my father at a very young age, and I have seen my mother struggle. I cannot explain in ways that I've seen her struggle. And my emotional reasoning, the purpose of ये एक purpose जो है कि मुझे एम्पारा को सक्सेसफुल करना ही है, is because I want to give all the luxuries of my mom that she lost in those years where she had to sacrifice to raise us up. And that's a very, you need to have a very strong emotional reasoning, a purpose for you to do something. पैसा सबको ही कमाना है, मेरे को भी कमाना है, बट जब तुम्हारे पास पर्पस होगा ना, और वो पर्पस हमेशा इमोशनल रीजनिंग से जुड़ा होना चाहिए, तब भी योर पर्पस will become very strong, and that is when you will not give up. Every single day you will try to get to that purpose. I'm telling you this, and remember this thing. I will also put this across to sir. Sir, इनको हमेशा याद दिलाना कि इनको इमोशनल रीजनिंग पर्पस की जरूरत है. Thank you for that question. Really nice question.
I would like to add a few more points. No guys, I won't take much time. So, if I was at your seat now, as a first sem student, my purpose was there to roam as much as management fest and the college to be sponsoring me. So that was my first purpose, very honestly. Second, to become an elite forum manager was my purpose there. But as soon as I achieved everything, and then purpose keeps on changing in a life. For me, right now, my purpose is to always strive and do the best for my staff, I'm in charge of them and who are living, and I need to be taken care of for them. So that is my purpose first thing, and for your family, like the personal purpose comes. So for me, it's to have an international trip with my family for 11 countries is what my purpose right now. And once I achieve that, I have another purpose there. So you should keep on changing your purposes in life.
Thank you, ma'am, to both of you for patiently answering to all the questions. And I hope everyone has this something.
One. Yes.
A very good afternoon for you, both of you, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
My question was that, I was about to ask something else, but
Guys, थोड़ा सा silence please, somebody speaking. It's also a very nice habit to, if you cannot, just make sure you're making way for other person speaking.
like as you said, ma'am, you should have an emotional, reason for that. Even I have the same reason of you, and so I've been joining for this college. But my question is that for the last Genesis program, I was qualified as semi-finalist. There was a question which triggered, they asked me what's unique, because what I showed for them, the B plan, they asked me, everyone can do that, what's the difference between you? And there was, that was a confusion of my mind, I was so confused. So can you just suggest me what should be the unique, if they ask me what's unique for you? I don't have any experience from my family.
Nobody can tell you what's the unique thing in you. It's your journey to find out. It's a self-introspection thing. And this, I'll tell you, this is the right point. This is the right journey. You're just beginning to start off the journey to find out who you are. And like in the last 2 hours, we've been speaking about this only. At the end of 3rd year, you find out who you are. You find out who you want to be in your further goal achievement, right? This journey is very important for you to find out what is unique inside you. And nobody can tell you this. And please don't believe anybody who's coming and telling you are this. No, it's your answer, your journey, your introspection. So, grow with the journey. And be involved, like you said, we've spoken so much.
I have one question for Aishwarya ma'am. Like you said that you have to be creative for being digital marketing. And actually that was my topic for, the B plan which I have been saying to the teachers or the judges.
Okay.
So, what they asked me what's unique in you, and I didn't find what's unique, because there are many number of digital marketers in the society. So, what can be unique in mine? That's what my question.
See, every time finding that uniqueness, you won't get that, because there are so many billions of people who have already discovered something. So first you need to understand what your client needs. You need to be into their shoes and think what exactly they need. For example, if there's a real estate person who's approaching me, I don't know what plan was yours for what kind of...
I'm a digital marketer, and
Okay.
I just gave the same thing, servicing. My B plan was servicing, digital marketing servicing.
Right.
And so, I just offer them I will be making website for you, how they're handling your social
the SEO content and all. So they just ask me a question like what's unique in you because a lot of people do digital marketing.
So you could have added AI-enabled digital marketing agency.
Like,
That was a unique thing. Like, see, again, what uniqueness if you want to do, you need to have the depth of it. So, but if you want me to give a more thing, you can say that and maybe you can do research on it, ki how your specific client. Because see, it depends on various clients. You can't be the same. अभी समझो इनका apparel का business है, मैं इनको same service नहीं बेच सकती, इनका real estate इनको same नहीं बेच सकती. So what specific your industry or your company does, you can be telling that. What expertise you have already. Maybe you are very good at giving sales to the business, or maybe you are very good at giving the storytelling to the business or branding to the business. So it's up to you.
Like what if you don't have any kind of experience? Like I'm just.
It's okay if you don't have experience, gain experience. Like as Jinal already told, you need to start. If you don't have any clients, start it for yourself. Do something for yourself. Think that you have already achieved in your digital marketing company, and start creating stories. Start creating your content by yourself, and then you show it to your client. Like I do it for myself. If I'm doing it for myself, I can do it for you too. I'm that passionate about it.
Thank you, ma'am.
Also, to all the freelancers here, there's a tool called Happenstance. Okay, you need to explore the tool, but that's a very nice tool to get a lot of freelancing work. I'll also send this across to sir. They will just pass on to you later. But it's a very nice tool. And having said that, I'm also open to hiring. And I already said that I do not see skills. So if you ever want to be a part of a very creative PR agency, if you want to experience some really nice culture, just give me a hi, just we can have a conversation and see where it goes. That's it.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing such a good insightfuls with us today, valuable insights. I hope everyone is taking many lessons with them today. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, KBCB, for having us. Thank you, Principal Sir.
Thank you, Megha and Abhishek, for sharing such a thoughtful dialogue, and of course, heartfelt thanks to our guests for sharing experiences and insights that will stay with us for a long time.
Now I call upon our respected principal, Professor Ramakant Devgoji, to address the gathering.
Students, very good afternoon. Okay, exactly next 5 minutes I want. I know it's already lunch break, and it is the best ever alumni talk show I have ever experienced in this college. ऐसे बहुत कम पल आते हैं, कम मोमेंट्स आते हैं जब आप स्पीचलेस होते हो. मेरे लिए आज वो मोमेंट है. और nothing is happier, nothing is so soulful and so blissful. जब एक गुरु का या टीचर का मन करे कि वो अपने शिष्यों के सामने झुके, I go in front of you for everything because you know the kind of inputs you have shared with my students. Of course, you are also my student. I think these are going to be life lessons. Life lessons. What's your name? बेटा आपने क्वेश्चन पूछा था क्या? क्वेश्चन मुझे पता है. आपका नाम क्या है? सानवी. सर मेरे ख्याल से जीनल और ऐश्वर्या ने उनके पूरे 2 घंटे कन्वर्सेशन में आपका आंसर दे दिया है. कैन यू टेल मी विच वाज द न्यू प्लेस you visited for the first time in last few days or few months? ऐसी कोई जगह है जिसको जहाँ पे आपने पहली बार विजिट किया था? Maybe few years back. बचपन में कहीं पे you have traveled somewhere and you visited that place for the first time. Mumbai, correct? You have explored Mumbai by visiting Mumbai, right? अगर आप कोई मुंबई नहीं जाती तो क्या कभी आप मुंबई देख पाती? एग्जैक्टली लाइफ को यही करना है. अगर आपको आपके अंदर का यूनिकनेस ढूंढना है ना, कीप एक्सप्लोरिंग योरसेल्फ, कीप टेस्टिंग योरसेल्फ। तो ऐश्वर्या ने कहा, जो जिनल ने कहा यहाँ पे कि डोंट लीव एनीथिंग दैट यू हैव नॉट डन इन दिस नेक्स्ट 2 years, चाहे वो इवेंट हो, क्लासेस को छोड़ के बोल रहा हूँ, राइट, चाहे वो वॉलंटियरिंग हो, एनीथिंग। In new situations, you come to know what you're capable of doing, and in that journey, you will come to know, oh, how unique I am, right? You can sit down, guys. US में एक साइकोलॉजिस्ट ने एक्सपेरिमेंट किया था. He has taken 100 monkeys and he has put those all monkeys in a deep valley. और उस वैली से ऊपर चढ़ने का जो रास्ता था वो बहुत ही टफ था. He deliberately put all those 50 monkeys hungry for almost 15 days. After 15 days, on the top of that peak, he started cooking something very delicious. और उसका स्मेल उन monkeys तक पहुंचा. पता है क्या हुआ? उन सारे monkeys ने धीरे 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 उस पीक के ऊपर चढ़ना शुरू किया, वैली से बाहर. But it was very tough. They were hardly getting succeeded. उसमें से जो स्ट्रॉन्ग मंकी था ना, वो उसने ट्राई किया, लेकिन जैसे ही वो ट्राई करता था, बाकी सब लोग, जिसे वो गिरता था ना, बाकी सब लोग हंसते थे. All rest of the all monkey used to laugh at him. Then another got up, he tried, again he failed. Other people, other monkeys laughed at him. ऐसे करते करते किसी को भी सक्सेसफुल नहीं हुआ. Then once one monkey was there, he tried to climb, and other people started, other all monkeys started laughing. They all started saying, उनकी भाषा में कुछ बोलना चालू किया उन्होंने. But he kept on climbing, kept on climbing. After some time, he reached on the peak and he had delicious food. तो साइकोलॉजिस्ट ने देखा कि इस मंकी में ऐसा क्या है जिसने उसको यहाँ तक लेके आया, उसने सक्सेसफुल हो गया वो. He brought that monkey in the laboratory and he got to know that monkey was deaf. It was not able to listen the comments or laughters given by other rest of the monkeys. Guys, अगर आपको सक्सेस की सीढ़ी चढ़नी है ना, you have to become deaf, ignore everything, ignore every other comment, focus रहो अपनी खुद के ऊपर. समर्थ रामदास कहते हैं कि the goal of life should be exploring and identifying ourselves. हमें पता नहीं होता कि हमारे अंदर क्या एबिलिटी है, बस इसी को एक्सप्लोर करते रहो, राइट? I want to congratulate EDSC Forum, ISC Forum, first and second line managers for a beautiful initiative, our very own CBA Creations and all other forum managers, Mallikarjun sir, Smita ma'am, Sani ma'am is also here, and really grateful, Jinal, Aishwarya, on behalf of all students, your students, we wish a very best of luck. Lot of success, Himalayan success for both your organizations. Maybe get lot of opportunities to invite you here for very special occasions, and best of luck. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys.
Today's discussion has given us knowledge to cherish and lessons to apply. To formally bring this program towards its conclusion, I now invite Ms. Ria D to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Riya, honored delivering the vote of thanks for today's session. As we come to close of today's event, I'd like to begin by extending my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed speaker, Ms. Jinal and Ms. Aishwarya Raibagi, for so generously sharing their valuable feedback and expert insight with us today. I would also like to thank our principal, Professor Ramakant Deogoji, our academic coordinator, Professor Basit Binal, and our event coordinators, Professor Mallikarjun and Professor Mahesh, and also Professor Smita, for their constant support, guidance, and encouragement throughout the planning of this event. And of course, none of this would have been possible without all of you. Thank you to every student who showed up and contributed in making this talk show such a resounding success. Thank you once again and have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Riya. With that, we officially conclude today's session. On behalf of the organizing committee, we extend our heartfelt gratitude to each one of you for your presence and participation.
Have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you so much.
the morning 9 to 12. Okay? Attending the seminar is mandatory for everybody. There is no scope of missing and there is no scope of giving medical reasons or any other reasons necessary resource person anything. Understood? So coming Monday it will be for A and D division. Tuesday it will be for B and C division. Okay, morning 9 to 12 will be the seminar. So you are supposed to be present in the seminar hall on Monday, sharp at 8:45. Okay, so am I clear? This coming Monday it will be for A and D division, Tuesday B and C division.
Sit down. Sit down one second.
Guys, maintain silence.
Guys, maintain silence. Please fill the feedback form which is shared in your WhatsApp group. Now only do it quickly. Open your mobile phone. Fill the feedback form.
Attention guys, as you know we are recruiting for creation training and today at 2:30 there will be an orientation for the interested students. If you are not included in the WhatsApp group or if you didn't got any notice about regarding the orientation program, it will be happening here itself. The venue will be in seminar hall 2:30. Interested students only should join it, guys. Got it? Thank you.
I hope everybody has signed their attendance sheet, right?